So let's get started. I'll put my usual e4. This is the Ruy Lopez, all very well known. Okay, this is the Breyer variation, or the Breyer. I think I'm supposed to come here, and then I come here. I think the main line is a4, but the move of my preparation is a bit different. I think I'm supposed to play b3 here, actually. So this looks very natural. Computer has played bishop f8 immediately, so computer must still be in its book. I have a lot of possible things I can do here. So some typical ideas in these kinds of positions are you can play a4 to jab at this pawn. Maybe sometimes to increase the pressure with bishop d3 or c4. Yeah, I might still bring my knight around to g3, very standard idea. So lots of options here, but I still don't think I need any computer help. I can probably figure this one out on my own. Okay, I'll go for the standard knight maneuver. All right, so the machine plays queen c7. Maybe the idea is to reinforce e5 so that d5 becomes possible. All right, I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do here. I guess I don't understand these structures very well. So first instinct was to complete the knight maneuver by playing knight g3, but then d5 does seem to be pretty good. The other idea in this position is to try to chip away at b5 by playing a4, but then again, d5 just seems good. I was also thinking about, and if I had to play a move on my own, I'd probably just play d takes e5. The idea being after we trade, I'm going to try to eventually play c4 and put some pressure on that pawn. But the thing about playing d takes e5 is that I always feel like I'm giving my space advantage, and that now black should be fine. And so either d takes e5, black could try putting pressure on e4 by playing either knight here or playing pawn there, expose the bishop. But the nice thing about it, I could actually play queen b1, which does look kind of awkward, but it does get the queen off the open d file because black is going to put a rook on there pretty soon. I'm not sure it's good. Let's get a hint and see if I'm on the right path or not. Oh wow, Stockfish thinks I should play knight g3, even though I thought that's going to run to d5. I don't understand. All right, so I've let it run for 2 minutes. It thinks knight g3 is the favorite. Oh, I almost changed. I'm just not worried about knight g3, d5. All right, so I'll go play knight g3 then. Thank you, Stockfish. So while the computer was thinking, I was trying to figure out why d5 was bad. I still don't see a reason. I played c5, and that was pretty automatic. One thing I'd like to point out, though, is that I did get help for knight g3, but that is a kind of cheating that is pretty undetectable. Knight g3 is not what you'd call a computer move. It's a perfectly natural move containing the same plan I started by playing knight f1. So someone just watching the game without my confession here would have no idea that I got help on knight g3. Now let's move a5 from the computer. I'm not quite sure how to think of that. My first instinct is that the pawn actually want to stay back here on a6 because one of my main plans is that I can play a4 and try to chip away at that queen side. It'd be helpful to the pawn back here so it could recapture. So apparently black is planning to meet a4 with playing b4 instead. The drawback, though, is that it would give me this c4 square for my pieces. Maybe the engine can try takes, and then knight b6, but then this pawn's a weakness. Probably have to play c4 The engine spent a lot of time on this move, even though it's basically forced. If you don't play that, then I'm going to just play either Queen A1 and put some pressure on A5, or maybe Knight D2, Knight C4, or Pawn C4. So Black has to act now, and he did. I'm going to play Rook A2 so I could bring my Queen over to A1, possibly, and again try to hammer that A5 pawn. This move is a surprise because I thought A5 was hanging. Let me think about that. Okay, so A5 is not hanging. If I were to take it, Black could just play Knight takes D5, hitting my Rook. And if I try to get my Rook out of trouble by taking here, then Black takes and my Queen is hit. As my Queen moves, the Knight has time to get away from D5. So I win the A5 pawn, but I lose my D5 pawn. Not immediately clear I should evaluate that trade-off, since it does mean my E4 pawn be exposed. My bishop would come to life now instead of just staring at my own pawn. Another possibility is that the more I look at taking the pawn, the less I like it. The main alternative I was considering was Knight D2, hoping maybe on a good day to get to C4. But I'm not sure I like my position after just a simple Knight D7 and then Knight C5, because after Knight D2, Knight D7, the A5 pawn is still immune for all the same reasons. So I'm not sure what to do here. Let's get some help. Okay, looks like Knight D2 holds equality. And after Knight D7, I'm supposed to play C4. Knight D2 would have been my choice if I had to play a move here without any help, but I don't know if I would have found C4 being the right follow-up, or if I would have evaluated that correctly. Thank you, Stocky. The idea behind G6 is to bring the bishop out and trade it off with a knight, because the bishop on F8 wasn't doing a whole lot. So I'm going to reinforce my knight by playing knight back to F1, and maybe I can play the knight out to E3 in the future. We'll do some memory training while we're waiting for the computer to make a move.
3, 2, 1.
A, B, C.
8, 8, 9, 7, 5, 5, 9, 3, 5, 5, 3, 0, 0, 1, 9, 6, 0, 7, 1, 7, 2, 5, 0, 7, 0, 0, 4, 6, 1, 2, 2, 4, 7, 2, 4, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 1, 8, 9, 7, 0, 9, 5, 1, 8, 1, 3, 3, 1, 9, 3, 9, 7, 4, 1, 4, 5, 7, 7, 8, 9, 1, 5, 8, 5, 0, 5, 2, 9, 4, 9, 8, 7, 5, 1, 0, 9, 2, 7, 2, 5, 0, 6, 1, 8, 7, 7, 4, 4, 1, 9, 7, 3, 1, 0.
This is where I fell behind, so this is the best I can hope for. Kind of blank over here. Let's double check everything else first. You're not sure it goes there. 78, not bad. I don't have a good way to stop black from trading the bishop for the knight. If I do it this way, at least I get to put my rook in the third rank where I can possibly swing over here to a3 and put more pressure on a5, or possibly go to c3 and defend c4. Computer played a4. So the idea behind bishop a3 is to chop the knight and then take on a4. Computer responded instantly with rook a6. The pawn is immune. If I play bishop takes, queen takes, bishop takes pawn, then black has rook c to a8. My bishop has to drop back, and then rook takes, bishop takes, and queen to a3. My bishop is pinned and I lose. So I can't do that. It's hard to really improve my position, but the drawback to rook a6 is that it's also hard for black to improve its position, because rook a6 now blocks any ideas of ba6 and pressuring c4. So I'll just play here and ask black, what are you going to do? So black does have a way to make possibly some progress. I think the idea behind rook b8 is first you reroute the bishop to guard the pawn, and then black can reroute the knight possibly to a5 and then hammer my weak c4 pawn. So I'm going to play queen c3. It gives some extra reinforcement to c4. Also relieves the guard in the e3 knight so my rook can swing over to a1. And I think I'm still doing okay. I can't really do anything constructive, but neither can black, so I'll just play king h1 for no reason. So the computer played queen c8. I was actually thinking this move might be played in maybe some casual blitz game with ideas of shenanigans on h3, but there's no way that works. The machine is probably trying to just avoid any ba5 pins by getting the queen off that diagonal. I'm just going to play bishop a3 and then try to come rook b2 and just bother him with the knight on b6. So the engine plays rook b7 very quickly, probably intending to come with rook b8 to reinforce the knight. So I'm sticking to the plan. So the good thing about putting pressure on the b6 knight is that it's going to force black's rooks to defend it. If black's rooks are stuck covering a knight, that means they can't put pressure on my c4 pawn, which is the main weakness in my position. It's now move 187, and the machine has finally done something. I'm pretty sure I have to play f3 here, so I can take back on e4 with a pawn and maintain the same structure. If I don't, there could be takes, and then my c4 pawn falls. But just to be extra sure, because this is probably the last critical decision, let's go check with the engine. So I'll cheat one more time. What? The computer thinks I'm better? Wow. Did not expect that. And it's also not saying F3. Okay, it's only showing the top 3 lines. Maybe F3 is somewhere further down the list. Let's go add some more options here. Wow, so F3 is not even in the top 10. Oh, now it is, number 9. F3, then bishop F4, then knight to E3. And then we just go back to shuffling for a while. So its favorite moves are king g1 and knight e3, but in either case, it does not think we'll actually go down that line of take, and chopping on c4. Interesting. I don't quite understand it, but I'll just trust the computer in this one. Well, that experiment was terrifyingly successful. With just 3 hints, a 2100 player held a Super Grandmaster strength computer to a draw. At the beginning of this experiment, I thought I'd probably need more like 5 hints, but 3 was enough. So with only a few hints at key moments, you can play far above your strength and your cheating will basically be undetectable, which is scary. That's all we have for today. Hopefully I inspired you to play better chess and don't cheat.